I myself will be talking and speaking first about our rescue, which is my charity that I chose. Secondly, I will pass the speech along to Keely Crouch, who would be talking about For the Silent. Thirdly, Taylor Van Zyl will come along and speak about the International Justice Mission, or the IJM. Lastly but not least will be Brandon Latter talking about the Polaris Project, and then Marco Torres. Exploitation is often buried in basements and dark hallways of everyday businesses. According to the Exodus Mission, Elizabeth Fraser is a prime example of human trafficking in the modern world. Elizabeth Fraser was first trafficked whenever she was a kid in her early toddler years, up until she was 23 years old. I, Ashley Stuth, am the leader of team leader of Group C. I am a kinesiology major and have personally helped some of my athletes from being trafficked and have experienced loss of some sexually trafficked. You may not even believe that in real life, but it is. According to Monique Burr website, many people still think human trafficking and child sex trafficking are issues that happen in other countries and to other people, but they couldn't be more wrong. In fact, 83% of sex trafficking victims are in the United States. It is happening throughout the U.S. in every neighborhood, and is most likely happening in your neighborhood, even to some people you may know and love. Today we explore the problems of human sex trafficking in the United States. To preview our main points, we will be talking about the present, past, and the future of human trafficking. Human trafficking is such a traumatic time for anyone who experiences the situation. Why I care personally is because I have personally known people from experience that have been hurt and traumatized by others in human trafficking. The first human trafficking incident to be reported was by the Exodus Road website. From human history, cultures, and continents, slavery was legal and common. It was often perpetrated by one group of people onto another. Slavery was the first form of human trafficking. The first human trafficking charity. Although there's not a specific human trafficking charity, there is also the International Justice Mission that Taylor Van Zyl will be speaking about is the largest charity for human trafficking. The current number of humans being trafficked, according to the 2024 U.S. Department of State, there is an estimated 27 million people being trafficked at this point in the U.S. alone. The total percentages come from the Department of State, as in 2023, the NCMEC, or the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, there are 98.6% increase in online reports between January and September of 2023. Compared to the period in 2019, reports over cyber websites of human trafficking have doubled to 1.6 million. The average amount traffickers make off human trafficking, according to August 10th, 2023 post from Hope for Justice, most sources have indicated that the modern slavery business generated annual profits worth at least $150 billion in the past year alone. Our rescue, formerly known as Operation Underground Railroad, is my current mission and charity that I chose. They currently lead the fight against child sexual exploitation and human trafficking worldwide. As we have now talked about the present of human trafficking, $150 billion a year is made from trafficking. So now that we have talked about the present, let's talk about the future of human trafficking. As of now, the technology abilities and increase in technology, it's a lot harder to track human trafficking online alone, which makes it a pro for the human trafficking side and a con for us. future money to be made within human trafficking. As of now, the Department of Labor's Bureau has funded $100.5 million in accordance with human trafficking. Our outlook for the future is kind of difficult to understand. As long as technology increases, our sexual trafficking is going to be a lot harder to track and catch, the bad people that are trafficking others. Now that we have examined the past, present, and future of human trafficking, I would like to transition into Keely Crouch speaking on our next topic of human trafficking. Her solution local charity is going to be For the Silent, which is an amazing charity for human trafficking. So today we have looked at the history and future of human trafficking. Our problem is millions are trafficked every year. My solution is the National Human Trafficking Hotline and our rescue charity. So as we conclude, we have also explored the numbers and statistics of human trafficking in the United States. Other things that anyone can do, anyone that is listening, I highly encourage not only to support great local charities and even international charities like the IJM. I also want to inform everyone that there is a website, humantrafficking.org, and you can donate, and the $100.5 million a year is what is donated to find and help human trafficking. Will you rise to the challenge of ending human trafficking? We must make others known the severe problem so that the future of America and future children like Elizabeth can live a so-called normal life and not live in a world of trauma and fear. My three-sided sources are, according to the Exodus Road website, Elizabeth Fraser is a prime example of human trafficking in the modern world. And according to the Monique Burr website, published in 2024, people still think human trafficking and child sex trafficking only happen outside of the United States. My third one, according to the 2024 U.S. Department of State, an estimated 27 million are exploited for labor, services, and commercial sex.